Now next this morning, hoteliers in Conwy have accused energy companies of failing to pass on lower prices, putting their businesses at risk. The energy regulator Ofgem is carrying out a review into the non-domestic market and has written to suppliers to ask them to show flexibility with businesses locked into fixed price contracts signed when prices were at their peak last year. Here's our Westminster correspondent Shally Phelps with more.
It's a sunny lunchtime at this hotel in Betws-y-Coed. Inside, manager Glenn is feeling the heat over his energy bills. Having signed a 12-month electricity deal last autumn when prices were at their peak, he says he asked his supplier to renegotiate and was told no.
We're just looking for the government to recognise that there was a dysfunctional market, and between them and Ofgem, they allow us access to today's prices. So today's prices we could probably renew for under 30 pence a unit, whereas what we're paying is 90 pence a unit.
In April, the UK government scaled back its energy support for businesses. Under the new scheme, firms get a discount on wholesale prices rather than costs being capped.
We feel really let down because the government labelled us as a vulnerable industry and that they were prepared to help, and they did help. The problem comes is because the government help has only been 6 months, whereas the contracts that we were induced to sign are 12 months.
At the Empire Hotel in Llandudno, staff are getting ready for check-in. That means washing hundreds of sheets and inspecting every room, each one home to multiple electrical devices.
Fridge, DVD, TV, lights, clock, air conditioning, times 71, that's a lot.
It's no wonder they're worried their 3-year fixed energy tariff is up for renewal. Owner Elise had been hoping to see a price cut in line with wholesale costs.
You're seeing some fall, but certainly not as fast as they're coming in to the utility companies. They're not getting passed on. A bit like the banks, they're quick to go up and very slow to come down.
She fears getting stuck in a costly contract.
You're playing poker to see what's going to happen first, so it's just you just can't commit easily to having those prices increase like that, because for us it's say 200,000 extra.
The local MP has launched a campaign in Parliament on the issue. He says high prices aren't the only problem.
The other and more concerning point really is anti-competitive behaviour, which we're seeing. So quotes being withdrawn, threats of action being taken against companies who don't sign into fixed-term costs. And these are all very troubling and problematic, and we're waiting as a result to see what Ofgem have to say about this.
The energy regulator is conducting a review of the non-domestic market. In a statement, Ofgem told the BBC that many businesses are locked into fixed-price contracts signed last year, and the costs of these are posing an enormous challenge for some. It added that while it can't unpick contracts, it wants to see sensible solutions that help. Energy UK is the trade body for suppliers.
We buy energy at the price in the market. We have to go to market and buy the energy to supply you or to supply businesses. And then also we have to hedge ahead for prices changing. And when there's a high-risk contract or when there's price volatility, we have to buy further ahead to mitigate our own risks. So for many of these contracts, the full cost of the contract will have been taken out.
The UK government says it's given businesses unprecedented support with their energy bills, and it's in regular discussions with them and Ofgem to ensure customers get a fair deal. But some businesses here warn they might not survive if they don't get more help.